whenever I go to the art shop and buy these sheets of paper, it's just slightly bigger. I think it's A2, slightly bigger than A2 size. So there's a little bit of a cut off when I get them cut in half to about A4 size. So this week I just wanted to use these cut-offs just to create something a little bit different, and I want to show you how to create these paintings that you can actually use, and you can frame these and have them on your wall. So that's my purpose in this painting today. So it's quite straightforward as well. I'm using nice and soft colours. You could use any colours really for the background. This is just a backdrop, and one of my favourite trees is silver birches, and so I'm planning to just paint a couple of those in a nice simplistic sort of impressionistic style. So hopefully you like this one, hopefully you find it useful, and if you do want to try this one, then feel free to do so. Don't complicate things. I do have tape to mask out the silver birch trunks, and then obviously just painting around that for the meantime. So for the majority of this painting I am using my hake brush. I don't really need to use a smaller brush as of yet. Like I said, there's tape in the middle of this paper just separating the tree from the background, so I want all these colours to be nice and soft, and obviously using plenty of water with the hake brush, you want to be careful. I'm just using a bit of tissue just to get off the excess water and pigment from the tape. Just saves it bleeding out and giving me backwashes into the painting, so I don't really want that, although it's not really that important for this sort of scene. It's not like it's a landscape. You can get away with blooms and things like that can happen. So in order to keep this one nice and simple, I am using just a few colours, and when I say a few, maybe 3 or 4 different colours. Sap green, yellow ochre, a bit of French ultramarine, and a little bit of burnt umber. That's pretty much it really for the colours in this one. I want things to be nice and simple. Like I said, it's a bit of an impressionistic sort of painting, so I don't want anything too exact. They are my favourite trees, and I was going to go and take a picture or two of some silver birches that I saw yesterday, but I changed my mind because I don't want to start copying and getting things exact. I just want to go off and just create something quite nice. And if, like I said, if you are wanting to put these on, well, frame them and put them on a wall, then quite a nice little scene, quite a nice little painting, little subject. And I'm sure, despite what level you may be at, if you're a beginner even, I'm sure you can find doing this. You can get to a stage, or you can be quite satisfied with the achievement from doing this. It is quite simple. Just don't overcomplicate things. Use a masking tape, and then just add in a little bit of colour here and there, and quite simple to paint these. Just leave plenty of white of the paper and just a few darks, some lines and little bits of detail on the trunks themselves. But I'm sure you can do this, and if you did wanted to frame them, then I'm sure they'll look quite nice in a nice mount. And I like the shape of the paper as well, so I'm just making the most of that. It is something quite different. So just adding a few little details to the trees now. So this is just a dark mix of Payne's grey, French ultramarine, that sort of mix. But you can use any sort of colours to get these darker contrasting colours in the details of the tree. One thing that I really do like about these paintings is because I added the water onto the background of the trees, and I added the paint while it was still wet, it gives this nice soft sort of look, and it gives almost that bokeh effect. If you're into photography and you know what I mean by bokeh, bokeh effect, not bokeh flowers, but bokeh effect. It's when the distance is nice and out of focus, it's a soft sort of shapes, and it just really gives something interesting to look at as you add in details into the foreground trunks, the tree itself. It just gives a nice balance to the painting. You got the distance, the softness of the distance, and the little bits of colour, nice and soft, nice and subtle. And then you got the sharp contrasting details of the trees themselves. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think this is quite effective, if you're enjoying this painting so far, please do give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell as well, so you do get notified every time I upload anything new like this one. But I really do hope you find it useful. If you are new to watercolor, this is something that you can do. If you do get paper like me and you do get offcuts, or you have some bits of scrap paper that you can use, obviously being watercolor paper, then maybe this is something you can try without worrying about wasting paper. I'm just really glad that when they asked me if I want to keep the offcuts of the paper when they cut it down, I'm just glad that I always say yeah, just without really thinking of what I can do with these offcuts. But I know a lot of artists, when they do paintings, they do have a little bit of scrap paper just to test out the colours, and something I've never done, but I know that I probably should start trying that. In all fairness, I just, whatever colours come up, I just use. I'm not that, it doesn't have to be too perfect for me. It might sound funny, but I'm quite happy, and I don't know whether it's, whether I get the colours straight away or just, I don't seem to have any problem mixing colours. Maybe that's something I can do, have a scrap piece of paper while I'm painting. I'm not sure, but if you do, drop us a comment, let me know what you think. Do you have bits of paper, and do you test out like little swatches of colour that you're going to use, making sure it's right sort of temperature or tone? Let me know, I'd love to know your thoughts. It's just something I don't do, maybe I should. But for this one, I wanted to use these offcuts to make a couple of paintings that if you want to do, and if you're looking to frame your artwork and put them on the wall, I just think this is a nice simple one. Couple of paintings, you could do any sort of picture within these, but I just thought with the shape it'd be nice to do some of my favourite trees in there. And it definitely is something that you could go ahead and frame, something that you could be quite proud of. So hope you give this one a go. If you want to get something on your wall, then maybe this is something that you could consider doing. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.